Hello everybody, Gamer Penny here, bringing you another episode of our Lord of the Rings online Let's Play. And we are back with Baradbeam, who has woken up at Adso's camp. He's enjoyed his time with them here, but he is ready to help them out. And we are going to do that by collecting some boar heads, by going to the Sweetgrass Farm, Old Sweetgrass Farm, and taking care of some bandit problems too. Off camera, I didn't do a whole lot. The only thing I did is I worked on our crafting, and I got our apprentice scholar up to... So in crafting in Lord of the Rings Online, you've got 2 tiers basically for each tier of crafting. We were an apprentice scholar. I filled up basically the 200 points needed. Sort of get the proficiency, and then once you master a tier, then you can start unlocking like critical chances basically, but getting this to a proficient level allowed us to get journeyman scholars, so we can actually remember that little like urn that we couldn't loot last time. We'll be able to loot those this time if we come across them. So I worked on that a little bit. I'll continue to do the crafting off camera. And like I said before, the crafts come in like 3 things. Scholar and farmer I'm going to try to do naturally. Weaponsmith, because we're not going to be really in a kin or working off of alts to help out with those. I might actually purchase that one from the store to master that once we get to the point of, you know, of maybe being able to use some of the stuff that we can create, which would be around the Moria level. Right, so we're gonna help Adso with some of these brigands. It looks like we need to kill 12 of them. Hey, I was getting that. Okay, we both still get stuff out of it. We need to collect stuff off of them and just kill 12 of them as well. Did he get defeated up there? Alright, we'll watch our friend and see if he needs help. Although I might need help. I got a wound on us. Let's get that off. There we go. Okay. I saw someone sneaking around in the field here. Again, let's get that wound off of us, because that bleed is bad, and we all know how Baradbeam does with bleeding. It's the thing that took us out, basically. Oh, those are the boars we need as well. So we can do some of that while we're up here. That's right, he was gonna make a boar's head stew that Baradbeam was looking forward to. So we have no problem gathering some of that for him. Looks like neither does that other guy. Was that something moving around in here? It was. Can't hide from me, I got the eyes of a hawk. If we can get a little more. Alrighty. So that was all the tools we need. So we finished 1 quest already, just by killing those things, but we need about 4 more brigands. And then we need to take on these boars, which we will do that while those brigands respawn. There's one up there, but that won't count towards it. How many heads do we have? We have 3 boar's head. I don't know how you can carry around 10 whole boar heads. But it is what it is, I guess. I guess the realistic carrying around items isn't part of the game. These are pretty big boars. Alright, let's see if some of those brigands have respawned. We're about halfway done with our boars as well. Actually, you are right here, so we might as well take you out. And we're almost level 17, which will be pretty nice. They took out having to go train your skills in the game, which I liked that. I didn't mind going to train skills, but I like that they just now appear as well. Because a lot of times you're not in a place where it's easily accessible. I think especially in Moria. Running around Moria is one of the worst parts of the game, I think. But I love Moria. Moria is one of my favorite expansions that they had. And I haven't played through a lot of them. I liked Mirkwood too. But Moria, for some reason, I loved that expansion. And I played through Rohan. Well, not through Rohan. I played parts of Rohan. So I can't say, like, what after Rohan looks like. But I think, for some reason, I really loved Moria. But I also believe that running around in the depths of Moria is the worst. Just because it's hard to get anywhere. And you get turned around so easily. And the place is huge. But it's going to be really cool, and I'm actually pretty excited for us to get there. It's going to be a while, so it's like a while, but it should be cool when we get there. Right, and this should be the last brigand we need, and then we can wrap up the boars. And depending on what chained quest comes after this, we might be done helping out Adso, because we do want to go find Langlin. There are some things at work here. Obviously, Strider has told us that Nazgul were the cause for Amdir's plight, and that's still very fresh in Baradbeam's mind. So he knows about the Nazgul, never encountered them, so he was very frightened when he saw them for the first time, and it kind of was a life-changing event for Baradbeam, which he's had a lot of them lately. So he knows that he chose this path, and he'll be scared later, basically. Do now and fear later is what he's trying to convince himself as. Okay. Okay, 2 more of these, and I think they are both on our way back to Adso's here. I also think Baradbeam is a little excited to go to Buckland, because it's a place he's never been. So he ventured to Bree, and he was like walking through the places, but Buckland isn't a place that he had. Wait, that was 9? Did I miscount? I did. Another board on this way. Here's the last one we need. So he's kind of excited to go see Buckland, because I think he's really interested in hobbits. Running into them in Combe really sparked that interest in their customs and their kind of carefree attitude. Carefree and worry later attitude. Alrighty. I was wondering, why isn't nothing showing up in here? There we go. Alright, Roger, we got your boar heads. Ah, very fine job.
Is this world coming to?
Very fine job, to say the least. We'll get the cooking one. We don't have either of them. What more do you need?
Will you let me speak my
Wolf
piece?
pelts? We could do that one. You there. We've a wolf problem which needs addressing. Some time ago, Adso bought a fine fat milk cow out of Buckland, but filthy wolves out of the Old Forest stole it, slaughtered it, and dragged it off. Hunt down the foul wolves in the northern part of the Old Forest. Bring me pelts as evidence of your work. I won't take any old shabby pelt, mind you. I'll only accept the largest and most lustrous. Okay, and I'm only gonna do this because you have a sick staff that I want. Alright. Graham?
I'll not be ignored.
Oh, we can do this one too. We have been working quite hard on this building for some time now, and it's thirsty work, but it seems that our water supply is running low. One of our hunters came across a spring in the northern parts of the Old Forest, where the water is particularly sweet and refreshing. A strange thing to find in such a wretched, gloomy wood. Go southwest into the Old Forest, and stay in the North Woods. The spring is a beautiful place. Hard to miss in that dismal forest. I would appreciate it if you could fetch that water for me as soon as possible. I would hate to run out before you return. The forest is getting dangerous, I hear, so you'll want to be careful. Alright. And Adso.
Is there something I can
It's
do
done
for you?
then, and too late to change now. Oh me, I fear I've made a greater error than ever before. One of the men came here, and I stood up to him. I fear that this may have been an error. Level 17.
Might I speak with you a moment?
Before you run off, I wanted to ask you for another favor. While that brigand was talking to me, I saw some of his seconds bullying one of my workers, while two others made off with a lot of my produce. That produce feeds my workers and keeps them strong. I need to get that back if they are to remain hale and hearty. I'm certain you will find that the produce has been distributed to any of these foul brigands in the southern Bree fields, but there are plenty near the ruins where you are going. Would you recover the produce for me? Sure.
Might I speak with
By
you
standing up to that man, a fearsome brigand named Dirk Hawthorne, I fear I have doomed us all. He set up a camp immediately to the east, just on the south side of the ruins there. He threatened to return with enough forces to stamp out my little homestead before it could be recognized as anything more than a burned patch of land. Mercy me, what a fool am I! Please, Baradbeam, help me fix this error so that I can see this dream realized. Alright. We'll help you with that. For you?
Hello
Look at that,
there.
you've got them all back. I will be sure to see that these are given back to their rightful owners. I must say, perhaps Adso is right to put his faith in you. Thank you. What else did you have?
Would you do something for me?
Okay. Nails are running low. Yes, the brigands even took our nails. Can you imagine? Thieves of a different sort than I have ever seen. We needn't fret over the nails, though, and with the cost of iron where it is, I have reasoned a better solution to the problem with building Adso's Inn. The only problem is that the solution lay to the south within the Old Forest. In the shadow of the giant trees, there you will find roots. Massive tendrils poking through the earth with the strength of the ages. If we can get tough vines from those roots, we can craft strappings to tie our crossbeams together and save the remaining nails for everything else that we need to build. What say you? Do you have the heart to face that dark and gloomy place to collect up some strapping from those roots? Probably. I really hate the Old Forest, but we're gonna be heading there anyway. But for right now, we gotta collect some goods and take on Dirk Hawthorne. I believe he is over here. And while we're at it, we should dismiss Megley, bring him back to get him leveled up. There we go. You have some goods that belong to us. Okay. And that didn't give us any goods back, but... Is that Dirk right there? No, it's a southern lieutenant. Oh, but he gave us some goods. Oh, that did give us goods. Okay. That first one did. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. I keep saying I need to zoom in and then I forget for you guys. Just so you can see a little better. Got a wound on us and I'm gonna get that off. Alrighty, and I guess we just keep doing it. Is that Dirk? Robber. Is that Dirk? Where the heck is Dirk, man? There's a lot all bunched together, and I think he is one of the ones standing over there. I seem to remember. Yeah. Well. Dirk Hawthorne is right there. But that guy, these people, the three of them, patrol back and forth. So we're going to want to watch and just be careful of that. So if we pull too many, it's going to be bad news. Are you coming running up on us? Well, I'm going to get you before you go over there, though. And you, I guess. Are these the people that were walking? I think they are. Okay. Man. Put caltrops on the ground. Gosh. Alright, Megley, we're doing good. Alright. Those were the guys. They walked like around. Okay. Another group walking over there, so we're gonna try to... Uh-oh. I'm gonna do this, actually. Okay. And then Megley. They came running up, but they're actually not on us. I thought for sure we had pulled. Ow! We're knocked out. There we go. There. Okay, so you can see how that could have easily gone pretty bad, and we just need one more good, so I'm just gonna take this box of them right here. Okay. Ooh. There's a broken urn that we're gonna want. If it's surrounded by baddies, we'll just take the baddies. And it is. Alright, I'm gonna CC you and take the rest of you on. Megley, you wanna help us out here? Megs? Megley? Maybe, is guard mode not what we want? We'll attack targets that you attack. Yeah. You know, he's just resting. So you got this. You got this, Baradbeam. Alright, let's get this broken urn. We got a wound, a bleed? We do have a bleed. Alright. Some tablet fragments. Okay, let's go turn these two in. I gotta scroll back out. I'm so used to seeing... I need the field of view going on. Megs, you coming? So we got the produce back, and we took care of Dirk. Dirk Hawthorne for Adso. both get turned in here? They do. Alright.
Is there something I can
You
do
did
for
it! Look at these onions, still green and fresh. My workers are indebted to you now. I haven't much more to give, but you have earned at least this much. Thank you, Baradbeam. Quite welcome.
Is there something I
With
can
Dirk
do for you?
Hawthorne gone, I wonder if we can give Bill Fernie a bit of his own medicine. Uh-oh, what do you have in mind?
Might I have a word
Look,
with
friend,
you?
I have one more favor to ask of you, and it's a terrible thing, too, that fills me with shame to talk about. You know that Bill Fernie I had you pay off before? Well, he sent me a message telling me that his henchman, Brunmore, would be after me. He went so far as to tell me that the knave is west and north at some place called the Outlaw's Haven. It seems all his big talk is backed by this fellow, and if he is to come here, the scant crew will be useless. But you've proven yourself over and again. If you can drive off this Brunmore, maybe I can get out of this mess. Get rid of him for me, and I swear it's the last thing I'll ask of you. And I'll pay you well, too. Apparently the Outlaw's Haven is west of my camp and a little ways north, with watch posts and a fenced encampment on a hill. Okay. We can do this. Roger looks like he wants to talk to us.
Stay and hear
Yeah.
me out.
Winter will be upon us soon, and folk around here will need to keep warm. Those southerners keep looking the site here. Keep looting the site here and taking the most important things this camp has. Chief among them blankets and pelts for keeping warm. I joined Adso here because the pay was good, and hunting bear has long been my profession. Bear hides can be used for good blankets, but I can only hunt so many, and there is need of me to cure the hides. If you are willing, there are a great many bears in the hollow just north of Outlaw's Haven. Outlaw's Haven is west and north of Adso's camp. Get some hides, and I will make it worth your while. Okay, so we need to kill bears, and the camp up here. Alright, well, here's a bear. Megly, this is going to be rough for you. And I do apologize, but you must understand how warm your fur is. I feel bad, like, Megly's going to kill other bears. I wonder what he feels about that. We got one pelt out of them. Megly's got some bleeds on. Can I take those off of him? I can. Okay. Oh, look at those ruins up there. That's cool. I gotta remember. There's two different brigand things, and I was thinking of the other one. So I know which one we're going to now. The brigand camp for, like, some blade quests that we gotta go to. I think there's a bunch of bears over here. So we're gonna try to get these two out of there, and then we'll continue on to Buckland. Because in Buckland, there are quests that will also take us into the Old Forest. But we also find Langlin up there for the main story. Yeah, this whole place is going to be filled with bears here. Saw one right around the corner. That wound off of us. Oh no. I don't want to kill the baby. Okay. Do see there's a broken urn up there that we're gonna want to get as well. So we'll make our way to the right to try to get that. We need 2 more pelts. Got a bunch we can do down here. This poor bear was just sleeping. I feel bad. I normally don't feel bad, but I think it's because we've got Megley and we're role-playing that Baradbeam is a lover of animals. And I'm assuming he absolutely hates doing this. But I also, like, as a lover of animals, well, I don't know. I feel like this is not a quest that he would do, so it's kind of error on my part for him to take this on. The boars, yes, but bears, like, his main companion is a bear. So he probably shouldn't have taken on this quest. If I didn't want the XP, I probably would have skipped it. Oh, that's the other thing. We could do one of these. Get some more rested experience. Now, we just need 1 more. And then no more bear killing for the pelts. Okay, let's get the heck out of here. This quest made me feel bad. Alright, now we're gonna go after Brunmore, and I believe he is right up a little hill here. Let's actually hop on our steed, which I've actually decided to name Sam. And I know that is very Lord of the Rings, he's a very prominent character in there. But for some reason, the name Sam really stuck with me for the horse. So, and I think Baradbeam, the story behind Sam is that it was someone else's horse for a while in Gondor. And it was a war horse, and it has a little bit of a scar on its thigh, like on its leg. And its owner was unfortunately killed in battle. We're dying. But for some reason, it remembered its owner's previous name. I'm just gonna take one of these because. And so whenever someone called Sam, the horse would react to it. So it's like the horse chose its own name because its owner's previous name or nickname must have been Sam. So Baradbeam just decided to go with it. Alright, Brunmore is up there. That off before it takes us too low again. Ooh, and a supply crate, which is nice. Alright, Megley, I'll have you going first. Do a little bit of this, because this also... Oh my god, he healed to full. The fight is not yet done. I forgot he did that. I think the first time I fought this guy, that screwed me over. Go. Whack him. There we go. Alright. Brunmore is done. Let's get the supply crate. Hop on Sam and head back to Adso. And the rest of it would be in the Old Forest, which we will do after we get to Buckland. Oh, a cabbage. We could have picked that up, but we're not I gotta remember, we're not a cook. We're a farmer, so we could actually grow that stuff. But our farmer adds to making dyes, not to making food buffs. Gotta keep that in mind. Alright, Adso.
Hello.
Thank you for your help, Baradbeam. Though I wish I didn't have to ask you to do it. I should have been the one, but I'm such a small person in this big world. Still, you've done everything I could have asked and more. You will always be welcome at Adso's. Thank you, and I will take that helmet. And Roger, we got your bear pelts.
Why are you
You asked me
bothering
to. Excellent quality. Once I cure these and prepare them, they will make adequate blankets. We will find warmth this winter after all. Great. So that's Adso's camp. There's a couple more quests, but they go into the old forest down here. You can actually move this if you want to. You know what? We're gonna spend a lot of time in the old forest, so let's head down and finally find Langlin. We've got to add it back to our tracker here. Okay. Finally find Langlin. No. And then head into Buckland, and there's going to be a ton of quests in there too. Then maybe we'll dip our toes into the Shire just to show you what it's like. I just wish it wasn't nighttime. It's still a beautiful game, but it's dark. Like you can't really see all that great. Okay, now Langlin should be up this way. Yep. Other side of this? Yeah. So this is the Buckland area. It doesn't look really different now, but we just on the outskirts of it. Once we get further up, we'll be able to see. That horse is cool too. Let me look at this guy's mount. That's really cool. They got a bunch of like flowers and stuff on their horse. That must be from a festival horse. Okay, Langlin's camp is right up here. This is the ranger Strider asked us to go find.
How can I be of
Aragorn has
service?
sent aid. Nazgul, 4 more were in Buckland. They rode swiftly to the east upon black steeds. I was foolish enough to stand in their way, and they ran me down. I will heal in time, but the riders have left a threat in their wake that must be dealt with. I must ask for your help. Okay.
Would you do something for me?
In the Black Riders' wake, Krebang have taken roost. They are not the common strain from Dunland, but a breed I have not seen before. Likely these foul creatures keep watch on Buckland and the Shire, or at the very least me, since they have taken to staring at me in the night. While the Krebang may see nothing of interest, the fact that the enemy has eyes here is dangerous. If we were to blind these eyes, the enemy would not be as sure in directing its efforts. If you would, dispose of the Krebang that roost to the southwest, just beyond my camp. Even killing one Krebang will go a long way towards blinding the enemy. We can do that. What's this? New mail. I'm Cerdan, and my Lord Strider asked me to watch your progress in these lands. Your efforts to thwart these brigands may appear to be at an end. I fear it is not. If you would visit me at my lodge, we can discuss in depth the depths to which Bill Fernie has sunk. Okay. That's a quest item that they would send. Yep. Let's just... We will put that because he's all the way on the other side. So we'll put that on the back burner for now. But Langlin wants us to kill some of these Krebang. Krebang? I say Krebang. I'm not sure how they really. I know they say that in the movies. But I don't know how you're really supposed to say it. We need to kill 4 of them to take out the eyes that are watching him. Poor Lenglin got run down by the Nazgul, but not stabbed by a Morgul blade, which is good, because we've already lost 1 ranger friend to that. Alright, Lenglin. Took down the cribbing.
What can I do
Good,
for
you have slain those foul birds. The enemy will not be nearly as sure in their efforts now. However, I still have need of your aid. I must ask that you do something in Buckland, as it was their horn call that alerted me to the presence of the Nazgul. Sure.
Stay a moment.
You say that Underhill is with Aragorn. I know of no Underhills. I was sent to watch over a hobbit named Beggins. I must assume that is whom Aragorn spoke of. That he is safe is welcome news, for my fears are somewhat allayed. It was late in the night when I heard the horn call of Buckland. Running to the road, I saw the Nazgul leaving Buckland at a gallop. I tried to stop them, but they ran me down. I feared they had already found Beggins. The 4 riders passed eastwards towards Bree, but we may discover what they learned, if anything, at Beggins' home in Crickhollow. It is a cottage surrounded by a high hedge almost directly southeast of the Buckland Gate. If you learn anything there, return to me. What news you can bring me may help determine the movements of the Nazgul. Sure, we can help with that. Alright, let's head into Buckland then. Up. Get on Sam. Megley following somewhere invisibly behind. And we'll go into Buckland. And it's funny that it's right on the like outskirts of the old forest, which is, to me, if I lived by this forest, it would be terrifying. You know? Like, look at it. That would be so scary. There's the bridge that crosses the river, and on the other side of that river is the Shire. You can see their little hobbit homes and everything. The Shire is over that way. It's a very big zone as well. But here is Buckland, basically. Newberry. Oh, there's quests back here. Let's see if these are ones that we want to pick up. Where's this one that I keep running by? Oh, Celandine. Hello. You have come all the way here from Barleyman Butterbur. He is a sweet dear to think of as hobbits, so far away he is. He must have heard about the troubling goings-ons in the Old Forest, I imagine. If you're willing to help on that score, there will be plenty to do. Okay. I wish she remembered us. Because this is the hobbit from the intro, right? Like, I wish she reacted to us a little bit differently. Are you looking... Well, this is level 14. I'm not sure we want this. I'm not gonna actually pick this one up. Let's see what levels these are.
Could I speak with you a moment?
Stay and have some tea.
You know what? I think
Hello,
we're good.
friend.
We'll
Would you help me with
we'll skip
something?
those quests, so that's actually gonna be helpful for us. And we're almost 18, so those quests would have gone down to like a light blue. Like, see this no time for tours? That means we're a little bit over leveled for that quest. And Adso's camp really put us on the right track to being level with the main story, so I think we're good. And that means we're not heading into the Old Forest as much as we would normally do. Alright, here is Beggins' house. Fredegar Bolger.
Oh, gracious
What?
me.
Who? I don't have it. Oh wait, you aren't one of those black riders. I must tell you that I haven't been so frightened in my life. Did they learn anything from me? Well, those riders came busting into the house, but I had already slipped out the back way. Not a thing did they get from me. When the sheriffs came, they made me tell them about Frodo and the others going off into the Old Forest, but I didn't say a thing about the enemy's ring. Oh dear. What is that? It sounds like crows. Oh gosh. Over here. They sure are coming close. Uh-oh. More cribbing. Oh gosh, he's just crying. Oh no, more are coming! Get a little... Can we get a screenshot of this? Let's do this. Alright. We'll get a cool little screenshot from this stuff. You didn't get all of them, though. Some flew off into the old forest. I hope they don't come back. Alright, we should go tell Lenglin what we found out here. That Frodo apparently has some ring. Go figure. There are a couple quests up here, and also we should pick up the Stable Master while we're here, in case we need to fast travel back here. What level are these quests?
Please, stay
15. 15.
Can I take a moment of your time?
Might I speak with you a moment?
15. Alright, I'm skipping all of those. So, I pointed out 2 different quest hubs in Buckland. There's one here right by the Stable Master, and one right up front where you come in. If you are looking for levels, grab those. Right now, they don't offer any gear, or, you know, anything other than like a couple silver, and I'm not that strapped for cash that I want the couple silver, and spend the time doing them. So, we saw a couple quest hubs in here. If we need some XP later on, we will come back here and do them, but I will tell you at level 17, it's almost time to head out of Bree. Which we will head into. There's 2 places you can go after Bree. You can either go up here to the North Downs, or where we're gonna go is to the Lone Lands. Because we're following the main story is gonna take us over into the Lone Lands. That's where Weathertop is. And Lone Lands, for some reason, is one of my favorite zones. I couldn't tell you why, but I actually really enjoy the Lone Lands as a zone in itself. Alright. Man, these Krebin came back with a vengeance, huh? They're just everywhere. Alright, but let's go tell Lenglin, what Fredegar said. The enemy's ring. It is no wonder Aragorn was so secretive as to why the enemy was seeking Beggins. If the Krebin heard Fredegar's words, the enemy will know for certain that the ring is no longer in the Shire, and all will be lost. Finding those birds in the old forest will not be a simple task. I would ask that you return to Aragorn in Bree and seek his counsel on how to find these foul birds. Okay, so we have to go back to Bree. And we could either, you know, take one of these fast travels back, ride all the way back, or what we're going to do, we're going to do our return to the Prancing Pony, because it's going to take us right there. Now, this does have a cooldown. It's like a Hearthstone. But it'll take us straight to Prancing Pony, where we can turn in these quests. Whoops. Kick the computer, so hopefully nothing shuts down. Great. So let's talk to Barlaman to turn in this No Time for Tours and get that out of our quest log here.
How can I be
You have returned, and with stories to tell, I imagine. I look forward to hearing them. I'm a bit busy right now, I am sure you understand. If the pony is to keep running, you know I must run right along with her, haha. I am sure the folk of Breland are grateful for your help, friend. Your good name will be spreading even now, your reputation in these parts growing by the minute. You are welcome in Breland and in the pony whenever you desire to visit. Good job and good day to you. So, if you've noticed, we've also been getting reputation as we go. I will probably work on reputation grinding off camera, just to give you a heads up with that. There are some tasks that we can do by turning in items, but right now I want the money more than I want the reputation. Alright, so let's go talk to Strider and tell him that the Krebin are a Prazum. This is dire news. While the 4 hobbits I was awaiting are safe for the moment, the protection Bree offers is fleeting at best. We must leave soon, and if the enemy's suspicions were confirmed by these Krebin, that what they seek is no longer in the Shire, our trip may be all the more perilous. Yet the Old Forest is a twisting labyrinth that can lead even the most experienced tracker astray. Finding this Crebane will not be easy. Wow, max power is nice, but the critical rating and the health on this one, I think, are gonna be nice too,
Listen
so.
well.
Okay. There is one who could find this Crebane for us if we were to ask him for such aid. However, he may not see our worries as his. He is known by many peoples by many names. Of old, he was known as Orald to men, while for the dwarves, he was simply Forn. The elves called him Erwain Benadar, oldest and fatherless. However, in these days, he is known as Tom Bombadil, by those few who are aware of him. Look for old Bombadil's house, which lies at the far east end of Withywindle, the river that flows through the Old Forest. He may help you if you ask him in my name, Aragorn. If you discover anything, I would ask that you address it as best you can. I wish I could help you in this task, but the safety of my charges comes before all else. Got it. So Tom Bombadil, another character that did not make it into the movies, but plays a very integral part in the books. But funnily enough, a very powerful and old and probably the most powerful character in Lord of the Rings. And he's played off as some like really whimsical, just weird character. So it's kind of cool just to see that. But I think we are going to go ahead and end here. So guys, I do want to thank you for all of your support on this series. Megley is sitting right in the fireplace, which is fantastic. If you do want to see more of the Lord of the Rings Online Let's Play, make sure to leave a like or subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time. All right, bye-bye everyone.